Peace, family. Peace and love. It's Sule Geronimo. Um, I know we ain't really supposed to be posting today, but like the rapper, community activist, my son said, it's too much going on outside. We at a time in history where communication is very pertinent at this point in time because of so many things going on. We got the COVID pandemic, and we had a fight for our lives against state sanctioned brutality, racism that been going on for 400 plus years. I don't need to elaborate any more on that. Um, I want to touch base on a few things. Um, Mayor de Blasio imposed an extended curfew from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. until Sunday. So we need to move cautiously, diligently, and mindfully through the streets in New York when we navigating to and from work. If we are working, if you're an essential worker, make sure you have your paperwork on you that identifies you as an essential worker. The last thing we need to do is be pulled over by law enforcement without the proper credentials to be outside. We don't want to agitate the situation. We want to still carry the momentum of this movement to bring forth some real long needed change. Um, I want to address some other concerns that I had. Some of the blame of the criticisms that we're getting from the media with regard to the looting and the rioting, some of that blame, we have to wear that. Some of that falls on us. Why? Because we have allowed outside invaders with hidden agendas uh, to install themselves strategically, install themselves within our movement. This is not everybody's fight. It's not everybody's movement. I welcome people who come with good intentions, but if you are from a spy agency or some type of ulterior motive entity, we don't need y'all. Don't derail what we have been trying to accomplish for centuries. If you are that adamant about your movement, start your own thing. We don't need any outside invaders and agitators coming in to derail our movement. This is about systemic racism and oppression that we need to rid ourselves of. I don't want to elaborate any further. There's too much emotion involved with that, but y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all get it. Another thing I wanted to touch base on. The elders of the community, the OGs, the people who have more knowledge. I'm not even going to say more knowledge, more wisdom than the youth because we've been around longer. We've experienced life a bit longer than they have. Give them some insight. Talk to them. Pull them to the side. You see some kids outside wilding out and taking advantage of this movement to break down their neighborhoods, bashing store windows, um, just you know, agitating a situation that could be turned into a riot from a peaceful protest. Pull them to the side. This is not what that's about. This is we did the rioting. Buildings burnt down. I don't think it was all us, but the bottom line is we got the world's attention. That's what we wanted. So now that we have their attention, where do we go from here? We can't continue rioting. We can't continue allowing outside invaders to come in with their hidden agendas, looting, spray painting, Black Lives Matter, and most of these people that I saw with the spray paint cans are not even black. So that already tells you like they got hidden agendas. Why would if you're not black, why are you spray painting anything that says Black Lives Matter? I just don't think that's appropriate. I see that as an ulterior motive. So I welcome, like I said, anybody coming in with good intentions and doing the right thing that's not trying to derail our movement. I'm all for it. But we have to be very protective and very selective of who we allow to come in to this movement. We are very at a landmark point in history, and we cannot let anybody sidetrack that. Next thing I wanted to touch base on, uh, I think I said that, yeah. And we're still fighting against COVID. Let's not forget that. You know, just because the media is not covering COVID at the level that it was before the George Floyd incident, before the news about Ahmaud Arbery in Georgia. Let's not forget COVID still exists. We still, if we're going to be outside, especially amongst the public in large numbers, wear your PPE. PPE is protective, personal protective equipment. Wear your mask, especially. This COVID thing is real. It's not a myth. It's very highly contagious because of what the virus was transformed into by some wicked scientists. So let's move smart going forward. Let's be very diligent. If we're going to be outside within close vicinity of other people, I know it's not our nature to stay inside. I get that. But if you're going to be outside and you're going to be in large numbers protesting, demonstrating, which that's our right, we have the right to do that. Let's do it responsibly and let's protect ourselves. Not just ourselves, but those around us. This movement is about love and passion for unity, for dignity, for equality, for liberation. So we have to demonstrate that love amongst each other. It's very important. Another thing with these state sanctioned curfews that are being implemented under the guise of taking control back, we have to be very intelligent and strategic so that our movement is not derailed, so that the momentum and the power and the force of it is not does not die out. We can't afford to be angry for 3 weeks, upset for 3 weeks, um, upset for a month, and then you know the fuse just burns out, and then things just go back to business as usual. This is not that time in history. I haven't seen black and brown people, disenfranchised people, this adamant and animated about truth, justice, and equality since the civil rights movement in the '60s. The movement that our parents was involved in. So let's grab the bull by the horns and let's be very determined and vigilant about keeping this movement going. But let's be strategic, intelligent, moving forward. Let the leaders lead, and not that people are followers, but not everybody's a leader. So play your position. Like we are literally at war with a system of injustice and inequality. We are at war against them. If you're about justice and equality, we don't have an issue with you. We have an issue with those who claim to uphold the law, but they want to put us beneath the law. They want to put their knees on our necks and keep their feet on our backs. That's who we got an issue with. So moving forward, another way for us to be strategic is to get in touch with your local borough president. Get the phone numbers, advocate, call. Change is not just about being on the streets, marching and demonstrating. It's also the things we do behind the scenes. For those who live in the Bronx, I have some numbers for you. The Bronx Borough President, Ruben Diaz Jr., his office address is 851 Grand Concourse, 3rd floor, Bronx, New York, zip code 10451. The general office number is 718 590 3500. Again, the Bronx Borough President. His name is Ruben Diaz Jr. His office number is 851 Grand Concourse, 3rd floor, Bronx, New York. Zip code 10451. And the general office number is 718 590 3500. City councilman of the Bronx, well, one area in the Bronx, serving the Woodlawn and Wakefield area. His name is Andrew Cohen. His office address is 277 West 231st Street, Bronx, New York. And the zip is 10463. Again, city councilman of serving the Woodlawn and Wakefield area of the Bronx. His name is Andrew Cohen. His address is 277 West 231st Street, Bronx, New York. The zip is 10463. His office number is 718 549 7300. These are numbers that we could call on a daily basis. We could call them collectively. We could call them individually. We need to voice our concerns on a continuous basis. We can organize and galvanize this energy collectively. We could do it individually. Sometimes it depends on what it calls for in the moment. But these are numbers that we could call every day, at least once a week. It depends on what your schedule is. It depends on what you have the energy to do. And this is not about just talking and posting on Facebook and Instagram anymore. Right now, this movement is about action beyond posts, physical action, moving, making phone calls, getting in touch with your borough president, getting in touch with your city councilman, advocating for change, writing up proposals. We need to change legislature. We need to get the law implemented where police brutality is listed in the books as a crime, punishable by law, punishable by jail time. A criminal is a criminal. It doesn't matter whether he has a gun and a badge. He's still a criminal if he commits acts and violations that break the law that he took an oath to uphold. Peace and love. I think I gave y'all enough information for right now. Like I said, moving forward, let's be smart, let's be strategic, and let's not let this movement die out. Let's not let them take from us the progress that we made thus far. Peace, signing out. Sule Geronimo. All right.